Welcome back to Music Rankings, Reviews, and More. Today, we're going into a new segment. This will be also five videos. I think the other one was six, but this will be five. What this will be is our top 50 worst songs of all time. These are like it ranges from anything, single, non-singles, songs that are by usually good bands, but that might be terrible, or just songs by bad artists, which you might, some people might be like, why are you putting so many songs by a terrible artist? It's like, if the artist is terrible, that they're gonna make bad songs. That's just the logic
Yeah.
trajectory of it. Like, that's just what happens. So, yeah. A lot of these picks are subjective, of course, but some of these I think everybody would agree are trash. From, yeah. Also, there are songs from all genres: rock songs, pop songs, country songs, rap songs, and everything in between that. It really just depends.
Lots of variety of trash songs, so
I mean, anything can be trash, really. If you try hard enough to make it trash, like these 50 artists or songs, I guess, did, then yeah, it
yeah.
can be trash. All right. So coming in at the number 50 spot from my list is a song by a usually pretty good band, but this song is off actually what is quite one of their strongest albums, even with this song being included, which is surprising. So this is Bugs by Pearl Jam. This song is like generally from a really good band, but this song is just terrible. The instrumentation is totally wacko and out of place. It just, I don't know why they need an accordion. Why do you need an accordion for anything ever? And also, the lyrics are just downright weird and creepy. Like, I don't want to have nightmares about bugs in my bed, like sucking my blood from my skin. Like, I just, no, I don't want to join the bugs, okay? And, like, just Eddie doesn't sound good as a vocalist in this song either. I mean, I know that's probably not the point. This song is just really bad in a lot of areas. I think it's the worst song that they've probably made. All their others are just like range from somewhere between mediocre and like some of the best ever. But this, just no. It just no. Please, yeah. And if you haven't heard this, and you're gonna get, if some people are in the comments are gonna get mad because it's from a great band, go listen to this song. I promise you, you will not like it. So there you go.
Yeah. Didn't quite make my list, although it definitely could have because it's really bad. Like from like a great band, like a lot of good songs. I mean, at least maybe there's I hope they're self-aware because like that's like a song that's so bad. It's like they had to be
Well, they
doing that on
never play it.
purpose, you know?
They never play it live for good reason,
But
really.
didn't they
So
play it live like twice? They brought out their big accordion.
that's like twice though, like ever.
They
Like
gotta
they
be like
don't play it live
trolling.
enough.
It is funny like how bad it is, you know? If like a band is self-aware and it's like, oh, we know this song is bad, like yeah, it's bad, but like it's funny, you know?
Yeah,
Some
that's
other
true.
songs are just like bad and like they think like the artist thinks like the best thing ever. I'm not going to name anyone specific, but you know. Okay, so number 50, I have In My Feelings by Drake. This will not be the last Drake song on my list, by the way. This song, I remember this was like a TikTok trend or whatever. People would like film in the cars and like doing some dance or like on the road. Like, first of all, that's just so stupid. And this song is just annoying and it sucks and it's Drake. And I really do not like Drake, so that's why it's on here.
Fair. Yeah, I definitely can't say Drake is among the greatest rappers of all time. Maybe in the top 10 most popular, but probably not top 10
Yeah.
best. So, in terms of sounding good.
Hmm.
All right, so number nine, continuing the trend of songs by good bands that downright suck. This is Revolution 9 by the Beatles, and Beatles fans, like, even though I've seen like every Beatles fan ever says this song sucks, like I've never seen someone say I really like this song. I swear there's gonna be some bozo in the comments getting mad. However, this song just runs on this song's runtime is personally just too long for being very uninteresting, boring, and just honestly pretty bad. Like it just feels like a mess instrumentally, and I really don't think they know what they're doing. And like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's a very misplaced song, and obviously like a song that this is on the White Album, which kind of makes sense because the White Album is all over the place, but it usually works together well, even though it is all over the place. But this song is just like all over the place, but doing it in like the worst way possible. So that's just the best way I can describe it, really.
Yeah. Okay. So number 49, I have Friday by Rebecca Black. This song's kind of famous. I don't think anyone likes this song, honestly, even though it was a hit back then. It's one of those like teen pop songs that like blew up out of nowhere for some reason and then like no one cares about or remembers anymore. It's just like those obnoxious vocals and like yeah, it's just obnoxious. It's annoying, you know. Like I don't think there's a single person who really likes that now. It's kind of just like a novelty song, at least back then.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever saw this song on YouTube before they kind of took away the whole like dislike
Yeah,
thing, like the ratio of dislikes to likes on this song was insane. Like it
yeah,
was one of the highest, I'm pretty sure. So that just proves points. And usually the like ratio is always much higher on YouTube, like for anything. So that
yeah.
says a lot.
It's just annoying, you know. Lyrics got to get down on Friday. Like, wow, creative, you know.
Right. I still question what that exactly means. I mean, could mean a lot of things, but I really don't feel like knowing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, 48. This is a song by a band that is generally bad, although granted they did have a few good albums in the 2000s, but their 2010s is when they decided to be shitty. So this is Beautiful Mistakes by Maroon 5. I don't think it would be as high on my list or even okay, I meant on my list per se. I don't think it'd be on my list, but I'm pretty sure I don't remember. They collabed with somebody and it makes the song
Megan
way
Thee
worse than it already
Stallion.
was. Yes, that's
Yeah,
exactly why, and she's terrible. But the lyrical content of this is just very uninteresting, boring, and just downright terrible, honestly. And it feels like a song about cheating. I don't know exactly what it's about, but like it doesn't matter because it just is super bland, like very bland. And along with the bland lyrics, I think the instrumentals are perfectly in timed with the blandness of the lyrics and vocals. It's just very boring and uninteresting. And like it has like a almost hip hop beat to it that just
yeah,
doesn't really work. And like the fact that Maroon 5 has become a hip hop band basically on their newest album, Jordy, is just downright shameful. If you go back 20 years to songs about Jane, it's like, how did they evolve from that to that? It just represents their terrible devolvement in the music industry, I think. So,
yeah. That's just really like it's basically just a hip hop song. Like Maroon 5 started off like doing just like rock or like pop rock, and then like you know they lean more towards pop. Some of that wasn't too bad, and that was just like what the hell are they
yeah.
doing?
I would
Honestly.
say that I would say their actual turning point was definitely moves like Jagger because even though that's still like pop, it had elements of
Yeah,
rock, but it was
yeah,
because it got super popular, then Overexposed became more pop, then V became more pop, and then their last two albums are
yeah.
just terrible. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Honestly, I'd be curious. Like, I don't know how they perform live now. I don't really want to know. But like, imagine, do they do a mix of like their like older rock songs and like their
I
trash like
don't
popular
know.
like
Like,
pop and hip hop songs? How does that work? How does that flow in a concert? You know,
yeah, I don't think it does. Like, their concerts must be terrible, and I don't mean
unless
like
they
they
just
would
play
sound
new stuff.
terrible. But like, how do you please both fans? Because I
I
know
don't
there's
know.
Maroon 5 fans out there that only like the first 2 to 4 albums, but I
Yeah,
also know are there people that actually like the new stuff? We don't need to get into
I
that.
don't
Like,
know. Like, it's just so different. You know, from like the beginning. Like they had plenty. I mean, they had hits at least like now. You
yeah,
know,
and
there's
like
plenty of
the
popular
reason I'm
songs in the
saying it's
early days.
yeah, the reason I'm saying it's bad is not because it's super popular. It's because their older popular stuff was actually really really good, but this newer popular stuff that has started happening in the early 2010s and it's progressed to this, I guess, just hasn't been good. And I'm one of the like those people that doesn't mind if a band changes complete styles or sounds different as long as it
Hmm.
sounds good. That's all I care about. I don't care
Oh
what it's
yeah.
labeled under. Just this new sound is like bad and it doesn't work. So that's
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for like bands changing styles. Sometimes bands, they get better. Sometimes it's like they want to try something different. But sometimes it's
Yeah.
just like I know people say this a lot, but like sometimes it's just selling out. You know,
I
doesn't
mean,
always
Maroon
mean it's
5
a
is
bad
like the
thing, but
perfect example of
in
selling
Maroon
out, in
5,
my
yeah,
opinion.
it's a bad thing. Some other bands, maybe they have no choice. Maybe they music record wants to drop them, but Maroon 5, it's just like no, no.
Yeah, agreed.
So 48, guess what? Another Drake song, One Dance. This is just another one of those. I guess this is more like poppy than some of his like hip hop rap stuff. It doesn't make it good, but I guess it makes it slightly less worse. It's still just pretty annoying. I don't remember much about it, but it's just like an obnoxious Drake song. I really don't like Drake's voice. It's annoying. Like his singing is at least better than like his terrible rapping, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine his singing being very good either, but
I can't really call it singing. It's basically just like not rapping. I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I mean Drake can sing kind of, but like it's not really sing. I don't know how to describe it. It's like it doesn't feel like it's singing.
Yeah.
It's like mumble sing. It's like mumbling kind of ish.
Yeah,
I don't know.
basically. Anyways, yeah.
All right. 47. This is where my list starts to get some people angry. I don't think a ton of people would disagree with the first three picks unless you've only saw the band names and you were like, that's not okay. But this is Don't Worry Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin.
Oh yeah.
I've never liked this song. I never will. Always despised it. I don't even know why. The lyrics just feel so like way too over the top optimistic to me. And it's like, don't worry, be happy. Self-explanatory, but at the same time, just I don't know. It just doesn't hit right. Like the message of the song just doesn't do anything for me, nor does it hit right. So I don't know. And I think there's a lot of better songs even in the genre, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I've just never liked it. Like it's not terrible objectively, but I've always never liked this one. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. It's just one of those songs. It's just like it feels like too happy. Like they have good meaning. It's like, oh yeah, be happy, but it's just it feels fake. Maybe it's not, but it's just one of those songs. It's just like this doesn't make me happy. It's just like you should make a song that like sounds happy that makes you happy. If you're saying be happy, that doesn't work. Like the song "Happy" by Pharrell Williams. It just ends up being more obnoxious than happy because they're saying be happy, be happy. Like it doesn't work that way. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So number 47, NSFW warning for the band and the song title, but basically I have Icon Blood by Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of death metal songs that could potentially go on this list, but this is like the one I know the best, and it's just like the instrumentals are probably the best part of it, and even then they're like
Pretty
crazy
bad.
and still pretty bad. It's just like I don't know how to describe them. It's just like super overly aggressive, and then the vocals are basically growling, and like the lyrics, do not look up the lyrics. You will regret it. But the one good thing is the vocals are so bad you can't understand the terrible lyrics. So like that's makes it slightly better. Like if you just listen to it, you probably won't even realize what they're saying. But like if you look up like the lyrics while you're listening to it, you'll be like, how is this on streaming services? Like doesn't make any sense. Like some death metal's okay, but like Cannibal Corpse especially, like I don't understand why this exists. Why make a song
Yeah.
about this weird things? Come on.
I mean, this song perfectly embodies like why people, or some people anyway, hate death metal. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan. I wouldn't say I despise the genre because there's worse genres, but like or subgenres of metal even, or just genres in general. But this song is really bad. Just really embodies why people hate the genre, which is understandable. So
Yeah, it's just so obnoxious. Like so much of death metal, like it's just about like death and like really weird dark topics. Like I understand that that's kind of the point of it, but like I'm not always that I don't care that much about lyrics always, but like I don't want to listen to a full album that's all about death. That's depressing, okay? That's not interesting.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 46 now continuing the trend of songs that I think most people are either okay with or wouldn't say they hate or they do like. This is Karma Chameleon by Culture Club, another one I've never liked. I wouldn't say I completely despise other things that'll be on my list up higher, but again, never liked this one. Very, I don't even know what I would say makes this bad. I guess just like I've heard it way too much, surprisingly, and I don't even hear it on the radio that much. But I'm just done with this song. I don't know. Like, I don't even have a lot of reasoning here. It just always annoyed me. That's just me.
Yeah, understandable.
I have
Okay.
more reasoning for other songs, don't worry. Just some of these songs aren't, they're just like ones I've never liked. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So my number 46, I have Work by Rihanna featuring Drake. I
My
like a few
word.
Rihanna songs, but like some of her songs are just straight out annoying. And plus the song is featuring Drake. I don't remember that much about this song, but I'm pretty sure most of the lyrics are just like work, 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 work. Like I'm not even joking. Like that those are not good lyrics. Okay. And like the instrumentals are just bland and boring. Not much else to say. It's just not good.
Hmm. All right, that's fair. Yeah, those are some pretty terrible lyrics. So moving on to the 45th spot, I don't think that many people actually get mad at this, so I guess we're kind of breaking the trend here. High Hopes by Panic at the Disco.
Uh,
Honestly, Panic is not as bad as I used to make them out to be. They used to be in my top 20 worst bands of all time. I definitely wouldn't even put them in a top
no.
50 worst bands because you could put basically half of death metal's bands in there and then some
True.
country bands and then maybe some terrible rock bands and pop groups that oversell. Which I would actually say they did kind of sell out. Like, their earlier 2000 stuff is like but somewhere between mediocre and good. I have no problems with it per se, but this is just like very selling out and like it just very uninteresting to me and it feels overproduced and like there's some auto tune on here that I can recognize and my ears are just like nope, can't do it. Also the fact that it's just Brendan Urie at this point just like makes me dislike it even more probably. I don't know. Also, I used to actually like this song, but that was like probably like when it was first released, and then like the year after, I was just like, I don't like this anymore, and I haven't liked it since. So, also, that was when I had terrible taste, is when it came out. So, this song is just not very good.
Yeah, it's definitely fair.
Also,
I've
oh yeah, I was gonna mention
huh?
this.
Yeah.
Also, the other point that makes it a really bad song is it's very like self-indulgent. It's like talking about, I always thought I was going to be that one in a million. No,
Oh
you're
yeah.
not. You're
That's
not. I mean,
annoying.
statistically, maybe, but like, trust me, I can guarantee you out of a million people, there's probably someone who can sing better than you. So shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
will
that line has annoyed the shit out of me. I always thought I was going to be that one in a million. Like, please stop. Your ego is too high. You sold out. Good job. But like, you made the big bucks and the cash. But like, please stop.
Yeah. Speaking of that song, I will say I don't dislike it, but like it's gone way down for me. The fact that like so basically High Hopes and Hey Look Mom I Made It was like the only
Oh
two
yeah,
Panic at
that
the Disco
song.
songs I knew for a long time. And like I did like those. And then later like last year, like I listened to their earlier stuff, I'm like, this is so much better. Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
their first album, like I listened to that and I was like, I really like this. Their second album also like I thought it was pretty good. And it's like this is way better than like High
Yeah, I
Hopes.
would
Like,
say
damn.
their first album is their best
Oh
probably,
yeah, for
but
sure. But
they're
like,
they're kind of like Maroon 5 in terms of like
yeah.
trajectory, I guess you could say. They're better than Maroon 5 overall, but still.
Yeah. Plus it's just like you know how like it basically turned into a Brandon Urie solo project, but that's not a
Yeah.
debate we need to have. But yeah.
I mean, it's not really a debate. Everybody kind of agrees with that.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
Panic fans agree with it, so um
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Speaking of annoying songs, 45, I have Sweatshirt by Jacob Sartorius.
Oh god.
So, some people have probably forgot the song by now. I do not blame them at all, but basically, this was one of those songs that blew up on like Musically, which was like, prior to TikTok. This was like 2016, I think. It's like literally by like a middle schooler who's saying that anyone who's like under I don't know. Anyone like if you're too young, just don't sing. You're gonna regret it so much. Like some songs
Yeah,
like this that
Justin
came out in like
Bieber, Rebecca
2010s.
Black.
Like oh my god, I almost feel bad for them. Just imagine like oh my god, I recorded this with like my puberty, the cracking like obnoxious voice. Like wow, you know. And it's like even like they might not be good now, but like at least they've like their voices matured. But like yeah, sweatshirt. It's just like it's a cringy song saying you can wear my sweatshirt, and it's just like supposed to be like a romantic like middle school cringy pop song, basically. Yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah, and no, funny thing is like you were saying, like teenagers recording terrible songs and the young kind of regretting it, Rebecca Black, Jacob Sartorius, and then also Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
And I looked up worst voice cracks on there and Justin Bieber was literally playing piano as a teenager and once he's done playing his piano section, he starts singing, gets like the worst voice crack as a teenager ever. I'm just like, this is why you don't start in the music industry before you're
yeah,
18. Like you're
it's
you're
just
just
bad.
not developed enough and yeah, terrible.
Yeah,
Um so moving on to 44, this is a song that is a band that's usually pretty hated on, although I've seen some fans, which I can't imagine why, because like they just sound too much like another band, but like a way worse model of them. So this is Higher by Creed.
hmm,
Um, this song is just pretty bad. Um, I don't know. it just feels like a worse interpretation of Pearl Jam slash Eddie Vedder, and like, obviously Eddie Vedder has a very unique, cool voice, but trying to imitate it just makes you sound like a phony and kind of a fake. And um, maybe you could say he's not trying to imitate it, but at the same time, it kind of feels that way because it's like way too similar, but just like way less quality. And also not even just that, but the song, the fact that it's by Creed and like it's just one of those Creed songs that you just like you don't like, I guess. I don't know. It's really just that for me.
Yeah, I
Like
haven't.
it's just not good.
Yeah, I haven't listened to Korea, but I've just heard they're
I
like
wouldn't
a way.
recommend
I
it.
just heard like they're a way worse version of Pearl Jam, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't think I really need to listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 44. So this could definitely be higher, but I don't know. There's worse. Basically, it's "Thirsty" by AJR. Oh, this song. It basically most of the lyrics are like it's thirsty, thirsty Thursday, and then there's the typical AJR moments like the weird noises. There's always like yodelee yodelee hoo
Yodeling, yodeling.
like I'm not even joking that like that happens over and over in the song, and I'm like, why is yodeling in your song? Why would you ever put yodeling in a song? What are you thinking? Come on.
Yeah, because the obvious choice to put in as an instrumental part in a modern pop song, we obviously all want yodeling. Come
Of
on,
course,
like
and
no.
the lyrics too. It's thirsty, thirsty, Thursday. What does that even mean? It's Thursday and like, oh, I'm so thirsty. I'm gonna go get some water and hydrate. Yeah, I'm so thirsty. Like, just shut up.
Or
It
maybe
makes no
that's
sense.
AJR's version of being down bad. I don't know. Like
I don't know. It's just like, what were they thinking? I mean, it's HAR, so you can't be surprised, but like, come on, come on.
yeah, I'm surprised that AJR like didn't have more than like that made my list than they did. Like obviously they're gonna be on my list because like they're probably my least favorite band that I know. Like
Hmm.
yeah. But I'm surprised they didn't have more. There's none on this section of the list, spoiler alert, because obviously the ones I included ended up much higher. So
Yeah.
coming in at 43, this is a song that has been ranked as the objective worst song in any genre of all time, but I don't think
Okay.
it deserves the hate. I mean, okay, it deserves the hate. It's pretty bad, but like some people like this song, but like most people hate it. So this is We Built This City by
Oh.
Starship. Just the fact that it's ranked that high across unanimous sources that are like people that love like all genres of music and it's still rated as the number one worst, like just because like there's nothing that makes it my ears hurt from this, like at least in that sense it can't be number one or even in the top 10 or 20, but 43 feels like an appropriate spot to put it for me. The lyrics are just like, again, very like uninteresting and just kind of whack, I guess. And also it's just like kind of represents what pop was going to become decades later. Like this was in the 80s and like 80s pop, generally pretty good, but this is just like not good and it's kind of like setting it up for future decades, I guess you could say. Also, like just the fact that like, the band Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, and Starship are all connected somehow, like that's
Oh yeah.
like really weird to me, but also just because they're very different sounds. But this sound is like feels like selling out again, but like who knew you could sell out in the 80s? Because like usually like if you as long as you were making good music, you'd end up on like the top 100 generally. Not always, of course, there's still bad singles, but this song is just not very good, although it is a little bit overhated, but still
Yeah.
doesn't save it from being pretty bad. So,
Yeah, that's fair. I honestly don't know why it's hated that much. Like, worst song of all time, not even close. Like,
like, have you heard modern pop radio? The
yeah,
worst songs are
yeah.
being made as we speak. So, like, yeah.
Like, personally, I kind of like it's not like anywhere near good or great or anything, but like, it's just like it's an '80s pop rock maybe I don't know song. Like, there's nothing that bad about it, you know.
I
Sure, maybe the
mean,
lyrics are a bit cringy, I guess. We built the cities, most of the lyrics, but like, I don't know. I just don't see anything
I
that's that
mean,
awful about it.
many people have said like if you like this song, it's probably only because you're nostalgic, but like, which is probably
No,
true. But like, I
it's not
don't
really
think
nostalgic for me.
nostalgia doesn't really save songs from being terrible.
No.
Like, I'll admit it kinda has a nostalgic sound to it, but then again, so does Starship, but then again, Starship is not very good, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like
Um,
nostalgia can elevate things, but there's also some things like there's definitely some things like I like a little more, but then there's some things like Jonas Brothers, which I could say are nostalgia. Then I'm like I have no reason to ever go back to them or
yeah.
listen to them. Like I'll just leave that in the past, you know.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't really know much about Starship, if I had to describe them in one sentence, this would be my way to describe them. If you thought they were bad now, you should hear their cover of "Don't Stop Believin'."
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah, so, yeah, that's my 43.
right. So my 43, "Dear Future Husband" by Meghan Trainor. This is one of those artists. There will be several more Meghan Trainor songs. Yeah, Meghan Trainor, part of why I really dislike her because all her songs, at least that I've heard, they have such like a high ego. Like this song is literally saying like oh what my future husband should do. Like here's what I want, here's what you need to do to be my husband. I'm like, no one wants you. I mean, if, maybe because they want money, because you're probably rich because you made a ton of money off crappy music. But like sure, maybe it's supposed to be like happy pop music. That's fine. But like it's one of those cases where it's like just like I don't know. There's something so annoying about it. Just like the lyrics and like her ego and like her voice is just annoying. We're like, I just can't stand Meghan Trainor.
Yeah, um, I'd argue that's not even her worst song, I
Oh,
mean,
it's
and
not. I mean, as I said, I do have several, I think,
there
above that. So yeah.
yeah, I think I only put 1 on this list from her, but I honestly could have put, like, several, but yeah. Try to keep it to a bare minimum of 2 per artist if I could.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so coming in at 42, another one that I've seen some people say they love and some people do hate. I know, Nick, if you're watching this, you'll love this pick, but a lot of people might disagree. So this is "What's Up" by 4 Non
Uh,
Blondes. Nick hates this song, probably even more
yeah.
than me. I don't know where he'd rank it, but I mean, this song is really bad. Like there I mean, I guess the vocals aren't terrible objectively. I there's just it almost repels me because it's like, and I say, "Hey,
Yeah,
yay,
that's
yay, what's
cringy.
going on?"
It's a big meme too.
Also, the vocal accent is just really annoying. And it looks so high,
Yeah,
like it sounds like
accurate.
that like, it sounds like you're half underwater. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it kinda sounds like that. And then the lyrics just don't do anything, but the vocals in this, like, aren't terrible objectively, but I really there's, like, little things that I nitpick about the vocals admittedly that I really don't like here, um, which is mostly why I dislike this song, so, yeah.
Yeah, don't disagree with that for sure. So number 42, I have hashtag selfie by the Chainsmokers. First of all, oh god, the title so cringy. I think this was like mid 2010s. Like I don't know, trying to cash in on the trend of like people wanting to take selfies. Like it's literally hashtag. You put hashtag in the title of the song, hashtag selfie, and the lyrics. They literally is like most of the song is like, "Let me take a selfie," and it's like in really obnoxious voice. And like I don't remember what the other lyrics are, but it's like I don't know. It's just really dumb and annoying. And then like the beat is just like crappy electronic annoying, and like that's I don't know. It's basically it. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I don't know if I've heard that, but just based on the title alone, I don't think I want to, so that's just
Yeah.
me. Number 41. This isn't gonna be that controversial to true music lovers, but to people that listen to bland pop radio bullshit, this is gonna be very controversial because this is probably the most streamed song ever still, I believe. "Despacito" by Louis
Oh,
Fonsi.
yeah.
This song is the most stupid song ever, like, even the songs above it, I would say, are less stupid. Like, the fact that this has 7 billion plays
That's
and
so sad.
it's not even slightly good, and it honestly is pretty bad, just makes me hate this even more. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's really just not good at all. Um, like, also the fact that there's a parody of this song that, like,
Oh,
makes me laugh,
yeah.
and I honestly prefer to this just because at least it
Yeah.
gets me to
Yeah.
laugh. Like, I don't know. It's like Despacito, and then says a bunch of bullshit that I don't care to remember. Like, I honestly don't remember the verses of this song because they're just super boring and not memorable. And then the chorus is just like one of the most bland pop hooks ever. And like, the transitions between like verses and chorus in this song are just poorly done, and I really don't like it. Also the like it tries to be like somewhat like I don't want to. This might offend people. It tries to be, I guess, Latino with the like very like cool inch acoustic guitar intro, which I'll admit is like the only good part of this song. But like I feel like this song is kind of an insult to Latino culture, and that's kind of why I hate it. As
Yeah.
someone who's not even as someone who's not even Latino, obviously, like it just kind of like yeah, and like in Spanish class we get to learn about like Latino and like culture and stuff all the time, and like listen to like actual music like that they would listen to, and then surprisingly this song has never been played. I wonder why. Maybe
Good.
because it's not an accurate representation of their culture, nor does it sound like it. And the fact that the guitar is like the only thing that's like somewhat accurate about it, and the rest of the song is just stupid pop bullshit. Like, yeah, that's kind of why I don't like this song.
Oh yeah, that song. They played it so much. Also, I find it
7
funny.
billion streams. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Plus, they literally made like a remix with the added verse by Justin Bieber for some reason, just because like they felt like making it more popular or something. I don't know. That was necessary at all. Like only.
Yeah, because obviously making the most popular song like by
Yeah.
streams ever, it
I
like
don't
more
know.
popular makes sense.
Like only like good thing is like the parody of the song, which I won't say, but it's hilarious. And there's also a really funny like YTP edit of this song that's so bad. It's like with like altered lyrics and stuff. Like that's like hilarious. But like that's the only good thing. Like the parody of this is so bad, but it's funny.
Yeah, like just the line in the parody that says "running from the police in a lawnmower."
and
the police in a lawnmower.
and
I'm not
the
gonna give
voice,
context into that.
the
Is
voice,
better than
the voice in the parody, like it's bad, but like it's so funny, you know?
it's like running from the police in a lawnmower.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's like
That
yeah,
that line alone is more funny and better than any line in this song, in my opinion, because at least it makes me laugh. So
yeah, exactly. It's
I
good.
mean, also it might not sound funny, but like if you visualize running from the police in a lawnmower and also put into the context of the song, which the context is very insulting. So if you wanna get offended, maybe don't look this song up. But
Yeah, but
yeah, I like the parody of this. Don't like the original. That's
yeah,
controversial, I know, but yeah.
yeah. Okay, the 41, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so number 41, people will hate this just because it's a band, but trust me, this song is not good. So, Mexican Seafood by Nirvana. This is like a really obscure song, but I listened to it. And like, okay, it's not like too terrible or anything. Like the instrumentals, I don't like them. They're just kind of a little bit annoying, but like it's the lyrics and like the screaming crazy vocals. Like, look up the lyrics of this song, and like they're almost like disgusting. It's like I forgot what it was, but like it really like puts an image in your mind that almost makes you want to throw up. I'm like, I, I mean, I don't think it was like originally released or anything. Like I found it like on
Well,
like it's
yeah.
an obscure like song. Like maybe they put it on like a unreleased collection or something later, which is good, but like it still exists and it was officially released, so that's why it's on here. Just the lyrics and like that's the thing about Nirvana. They have some good songs, but sometimes his vocals are just like obnoxious. Like the screaming that
Mm.
just doesn't do anything for me, or like the really quiet singing,
Yeah.
especially
And,
going
like,
back and
I just
forth. Just
because you
yeah,
mentioned, like, the part about Kurt Cobain's vocals, like, I just wanna get onto a mini rant here because, I've had several people tell me how wrong I am for placing them last. Like, they're the only thing they could beat every grunge band in, and by every grunge band, I mean the top 4 anyway, because like, it's not really fair to compare them to the bands outside of Seattle, I think. Um,
yeah,
but I will say, like, the only thing that they could be number 1 in maybe is drumming because, obviously
yeah. Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl is great.
Hmm.
Um, but guitar work, they're easily last for sure.
Yeah,
Easily. Vocals, controversial, they're easily last as well. And someone said, well, it's not always just about being a perfect pure vocalist. Yes, I'm aware of that. I know how vocals work. It's about uniqueness. Um,
hmm,
Guess what? The other grunge vocalists were just as unique as Kurt was. Kurt had a unique voice, but so did they. And someone said it's about evoking emotion. And how can you think Chris Cornell evokes more emotion than Kurt Cobain? Guess what? He does. You're wrong. Sorry. If
true.
you want to debate this, you can talk to me about it. But Kurt Cobain evoked some emotion, but like Chris Cornell evokes emotion more than or not any vocalist, but most vocalists ever. Like, also just from being a pure singer, obviously the other three are better. If you want to disagree, that's fine, but you know, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, and
okay, yeah,
again, they're pretty good, but like this song, like just listen to it, it's not very good at all. Like, yeah, don't
yeah,
let the title of the band fool you because this song isn't good.
yeah. And we'll just say, like, if you want an idea, like, obviously I wouldn't say the lyrics, but basically the lyrics have something to do with like, let's see, fungus, pee, bugs, other bodily functions, toilets. It's
Bodily
gross.
function.
Toe jam and boogers, stained dirt, worms, yellow mucus, lice, bugs, and fleas. Like, this seems like you typed into Chat GPT, type in most disgusting song as possible about blank and blank, whatever. That's basically what it sounds like. It's
Yeah,
just
no, it
so
sounds like it's
disgusting.
not. It says, "Write me a song about the worst things that you can find in your body." Like that literally sounds like
Basically,
what they probably typed into Chat GPT.
yeah, it's like in terms of like lyrics, it's like a much worse version of Bugs by Pearl Jam, basically. I mean, it does talk about
Yeah,
bugs too, so yeah.
not surprisingly. All right. So yeah, that was our picks that are numbers 50 through 41. That's the first 10. Then we'll move on to 41 through 30 and so on. That was a pretty interesting start. There will definitely be worse as we get higher up. But again, still avoid these songs if possible. If you've heard them, I'm sorry. If you haven't, try to avoid them. So yeah, those are our picks.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and probably once we do the other songs, I'll make a playlist and put that in the link below, so you can see the playlist of all the rest of our worst songs of all time. So yeah.
Yeah, also, some context, I'm pretty sure he means, playlist for the videos, not for the songs. No one wants to
No,
hear
yeah,
those,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Alright, so yeah, thank you. Goodbye.